Hey everyone, welcome to your February 2022 astrological forecast and a very happy Valentine's Day to everyone this month. Special thank you to my loyal subscribers who continue to support me and like and share and comment on my videos. Thank you so very much. If you're new to my channel and you like this video, don't forget to subscribe. And also check out the links below in the description box. There's one there to my website where you can learn more about the chart services that I offer. There's also a link to something called Ask Me a Question, and it's for those of you who only want to know just a few things about your chart. Okay? And also check out my weekly forecast, which I will be starting again. Okay, so now for your forecast. Hi Aries, welcome to your February 2023 astrological forecast and happy Valentine's Day to you. So the sun is in Aquarius in your, let's see here, 11th house, okay, where you have the sign of Aquarius. Saturn is still here but will be moving into Pisces shortly, and Mercury will actually move here on the 11th, but up until that point Mercury is still in Capricorn in your 10th house of your career and public standing, like your reputation professionally and personally. It's also the house of fame and fortune. It's how you are viewed and how people speak about you publicly, even on social media. Okay, so this doesn't necessarily have to occur like in public or at work or anything like that. But anyways, so Mercury was retrograde here for a while and back and forth. And so it's been here for a while. And now that it's in direct motion, if you're aware of anyone that has some kind of misconstrued or whatever, idea about who you are, about your reputation or something, that doesn't make sense in regards to you and your reputation. It's time to clear that up while Mercury is still here in indirect motion. If you had to possibly, if you do work for someone else, you may want to make something completely clear, like with a higher up or someone who's in a position to, change your position, right? Enhance it, upgrade you, whatever. If you're self-employed, the same thing with clients. You might want to touch base with them again just to make sure that things are cool, that everyone understands everyone clearly. Because a lot of times when Mercury is retrograde in this house, it's just gossip, and it's like people that don't have anything else better to do when they can't find out the truth about you, they just make stuff up. Okay, or they just assume, or they, I don't even know why people do this, but, you could hear some pretty wild stuff about yourself that, hopefully you could just laugh it off, and it won't affect your career or your social standing, but some people, just might want to, feel around and see if there's anything that's going on about you that isn't true, okay? So anyways, Mercury does move into your 11th house of friends and acquaintances and sociability. It's like socializing in person, getting together with friends, even if it's just one time to go to a special event or something or other. But this is also a time when you may feel like seeing people, going out and hanging out wherever it normally is that you guys go, okay? This is also socializing online, okay, in social media. So any kind of group or organization that you belong to on there even is kind of highlighted, like having Saturn here this whole time in your 11th house could have had a person in your group of friends that was a real asshole. They were more than likely jealous of you, or they wouldn't have tried so hard to prevent you from moving ahead in some way or other. 11th house is the goal-oriented dreams, hopes, and wishes house. It's also the house of, like I said, organizations or groups, so there could have been someone in like some organization that you belong to that just didn't want you in charge, of something or other, or they thwarted your every move. And even if it is socializing, they didn't want you to know like important people, or they didn't want you to be able to befriend certain people. So that person is gone, or they had no effect anyway, the whole time that they may have been trying to do this, or whatever. Or you climbed, that a ladder of success, and you trudged along trying to reach that goal, and because that's what Saturn makes you do. Okay, so maybe that's like finishing up right now. Okay, so there is a full moon on the 5th in the sign of Leo, in your 5th house where you have Leo. It's directly across from your 11th house of Aquarius. And your 5th house is the house of romance and creativity, children, gambling, fun of any kind, games, sports, So you could have a little bit of a disagreement in any area that I just mentioned. Like it could be in romance, could be with a creative project that you're collaborating with someone on. It could even be about your reputation in regards to any of these things. And someone just like, either saying the wrong thing or thinking they're being cute, because the 5th house is the house of jokes and pranksters and stuff like that, You could be at a party even, and somebody could say something that was just rude, but it's supposed to be funny. And it isn't, not to you anyway, right? So full moons are there to bring a problem to the surface so it can be resolved and you don't have to deal with it again. So you could have like just someone in your group of friends that just says whatever they feel like saying, and everybody's supposed to think it's funny or just brush it off, and nobody ever tells them to shut up or learn some manners or something or other, but they seem to think it's all right, which is why they continue to do it. But I think even if someone were to correct them, it's just the way they are, so they will continue to do it. So this could be the time where you discuss something like that with a friend, or if it's a romantic interest in your life, something that just like really isn't working out and you want to change it in some way or other. Okay, that's what full moons are good for. So then the sun moves into Pisces on the 18th in your 12th house where you have the sign of Pisces. Venus is here up until the 20th. Then it's going to move into your sign, into your 1st house. Okay, there's a new moon here also on the 20th in Pisces, and Neptune is still there. Okay, all of these things are in your 12th house of hidden matters, confidences, secrets. This is the house of actions taken by you or someone else in behind the scenes. This is all occurring behind the scenes. So you could be involved in something right now that it could be a secret. It doesn't necessarily have to be, but you're just, it could be anything. It could be you're romantically involved with someone, and it's nobody's business. You're just started seeing this person, so you don't want to say anything just yet, Or you're involved in some kind of like possibly creative project, something Venus related here being in your 12th house. You could actually be helping someone though, because the 12th house is the house of charity and charitable acts. So you could be doing something very nice for someone, and you don't really need to be, patted on the back by your friends or other people that you're being such a good person, right? It's none of their business. Anyways, the new moon on the 20th does what it does. It brings in a new beginning, okay, wherever it occurs. So it's beginning in your 12th house of your subconscious mind, your thoughts, your dreams and stuff, So something could, happen at this time. It's just you possibly realizing that things are pretty good in your life, not that you have anything bad to compare them to, but over the past maybe 10 years, maybe some things weren't so much fun. So you're like going over your checklist or whatever as far as your life goes and what's good and what isn't, and it looks like you're coming up with a lot more that is good, which is fantastic. Okay. A lot of it has to do with the fact that, okay, first of all, Jupiter is still in your sign in your first house, and Venus is going to move here on the 20th. And having these two planets together anywhere in your chart is really something. It brings good luck, good fortune. And this is occurring in your first house. So I would have to say, you know, I would, if I were you, I would play the lottery, the largest jackpots that are out there, especially if you're not usually a lottery player. Okay, and this is while, I would still do it while Jupiter was in my sign, because Jupiter's still in Aries up until May 16th, okay? But especially if you can't do that, just do it while Venus is also in Aries. So you'll have these two planets traveling together in your first house. It just draws people to you, draws good people to you. People could even be looking for you, you know, that you didn't even know about, you know, that have been wanting to meet you. Jupiter in your sign and in your first house brings opportunity. It also brings optimism. Gives you a feeling of, you know, you would like to try all kinds of stuff. You don't even care anymore. It could be a little bit of a risk, maybe not so much, but you want to try stuff you've always wanted to try but never have. Okay, this is the time to do something like that. And it could really bring a very nice romantic interest into your life. If that's not the case, it would be a good friend. I always tell people, when Jupiter's in your sign, it's about every 12 years. And if you think back, if you can look back at the past dates of when Jupiter was in your sign, you usually have someone come into your life. You usually make a new friend at that time that is still with you today. So if that's something that occurs around this time, that's fantastic, actually. But if it's romance, that's even better, right? So anyway, the best time to do something each month is when the moon is in your own sign, and the moon is in Aries on the 22nd and 23rd. And the best time to lay low is when the moon is in your opposite sign, and your opposite sign is Libra. And those dates are the 9th, 10th, and 11th. The best time for romance, recreation, creativity, fun, any kind of speculation or gambling, and anything to do with children is the 4th, 5th, 6th, 18th, and 19th. The best time for money is the 11th, 12th, 13th, 24th, 25th, and 26th. The best time for your career is the 16th and 17th. And the best time for communication and travel is the 1st, 14th, 15th, 26th, 27th, and 28th. So, happy Valentine's Day to you. Even though that conjunction or these two planets together in Aries doesn't happen till like the 20th, I still predict a pretty like romantic kind of thing, you know, Valentine's Day for you. So anyways, don't forget to check out my weekly forecasts, and I'll see you then. Goodbye.